Happy Tuesday. Jazzy, what's up? Thanks for tuning in all the way from England. Appreciate y'all. I've never been to England myself personally. What's out over there? What's everybody? What up from North Korea? How'd you get a phone? Am I Yakuza? No, definitely not. I'm not even Japanese. What up, Timothy? What am I eating? So, actually just got done filming a couple of recipe videos. So the first one is they're Vietnamese caramelized pork ribs. Basically just baby back ribs that have been braised in like Vietnamese caramel, fish sauce, and coconut soda, and then reduced down. And then they just get super sticky. They're super tasty. That spoon looks painful. And then this is a soup. This is a beet and carrot soup. In Vietnamese, it's called canh củ đen. Basically, it's just like spare ribs, carrots, beets, and then just cooked with some fish sauce. This is an OG Vietnamese spoon, though. What kind of food is your guys' favorite food? This is rice. I am eating rice with everything. What's your guys' favorite kind of food, though? Korean food is delicious. My girlfriend's actually Korean, hence the Korean metal chopsticks. I think right after Vietnamese food, Korean food is right there with me. I am not from Japan. I am from Vietnam. What's my favorite Korean food? Mikey, great question. I think all the standard things like Korean barbecue, sundabu is really tasty. Something that Hannah put me onto though is seaweed soup. I've never had it prior to being there, but seaweed soup, Korean seaweed soup with beef is probably one of my favorite things. Mikey, do you have a favorite Korean food? I have not had North Korean food. I've had North Korean kimchi actually, and it's pretty good, but I can't say that I've had too much. Scooby-Doo, what's up? Yeah, Mikey, Korean barbecue is goated for sure. Jazzy, we always have kimchi in our fridge. Definitely love the fermented kimchi, but everything in the fridge does end up smelling like it just because we always have so much kimchi on hand. So, question for everybody. When you guys are on these lives, what type of content do you like seeing normally? I'm trying to figure out what other interactive ways to be on this platform, I guess. But yeah, what do you guys want to see? Mikey, I appreciate you. I hope you go watch my recipe videos as well. Should I do like cooking live? I think the only thing is like, I think when I'm recording for my recipe videos, it's also hard for me to engage while I'm cooking. But I think cooking live would definitely be a good thing to do there. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I should have had the camera running on in the background in between takes. I think that would actually be pretty cool. I think next time I do a recipe video, I'll probably prop up my phone as well. Witch Hunter, Xiaolong Bao's or LA Galbi if I could only choose one. That's a pretty tough one. I'd probably go with Xiaolong Bao's. I think if you traded Galbi for the thin-shaped brisket, I would definitely choose the brisket. That's probably my favorite thing at Korean barbecue, but we really do love Xiaolong Bao's. Definitely at DTF more often than we should be. And that's one of the things that I definitely don't make at home just because it's so labor intensive. So maybe I'll choose Xiaolong Bao's. What was my favorite recipes so far? Out of everything that I've made, that's a tough one. I'm not sure. I think like my favorite noodle soups are bunryo. That's one of my favorite things. That's definitely up there. And then like I think the recipes that I really gravitate the most towards though is the at-home Vietnamese food that you don't typically find at Vietnamese restaurants. So things that I grew up eating, things that really just like were at the house only. So like this soup, for example, which is a spare rib and beet soup. You wouldn't find that anywhere else. And every time I have it, it really just takes me back to my mom's kitchen. Yeah, and I think, you know, as a content creator, I think everybody, especially a Vietnamese content creator, you know, everybody's gonna have recipes for pho, everybody's gonna have recipes for bún bò Huế or whatever it is, you know, but I think it's the at-home ones that are a little bit more special. Jazzy, I do not live in Korea, I actually live in Seattle. Who is standing behind me? Might be a ghost. It is spooky season. Nothing to apologize for. I'm gonna drop these rib recipes soon. These Vietnamese caramelized ribs, they're honestly so good. And the meat just pulls right off the bone. You don't need a smoker, you don't need a grill. Just a stovetop and a pot. But that's a recipe I'm definitely excited to share soon. Jazzy, is there any specific recipe you want to look forward to? Any recipe that you haven't been able to really nail? Why should I never drink water when I eat? I feel like that's something my mom says too, but I definitely drink a lot of water when I eat. Yo, have you guys seen Culinary Class Wars? It's currently one of my favorite obsessions. Binged through all the way to the finale. I thought Endless Tofu Hell was incredible. I definitely want to try some recipes off that show as well. Well, there's some interesting people on the live today. Rick, can I do something with eggplants? Yeah. There are a couple of Vietnamese recipes that do use eggplant. One is using like the smaller eggplants that are pickled that I have coming up for sure. But I will say, like with large eggplants, don't love the texture of it. It's something that Hannah really likes. But yeah, I definitely will have some recipes with eggplant in the near future. Dreams. In our Hindu culture, we never drink water. Interesting. Is there, do you know why that is? Gaba, nope. All right, we'll get some water real quick. I'll be right back. Say hi to Charlie. I recently went up to Canada or Richmond, and we stopped by TNT Market, which Seattle will have one fairly soon. But we always pick up ketchup chips. I don't know how you guys feel about ketchup chips, but ketchup chips are one of my favorite things in the world. Always so good. The ketchup chips are tangy. I don't know how to describe it. It's kind of like, almost like salt and vinegar, but not as vinegary, and a little bit sweeter, but these are really tasty. And then I also picked up these. I don't know if you can see it, but this is Texas tenderloin steak flavored chips. And these are pretty good too. These are kind of sweet, kind of smoky, but these are really tasty. Hey Rick, pickled mustard greens or yijul has been on my list forever. I've been meaning to make it for a while now, but my mom makes it often. So she's always giving me a new batch of it. And I told her to not give me any more so that I can make a recipe video for it. So I will have a recipe video for pickled mustard greens here in the near future. Lovely. Have I ever tried Hare's ketchup chips? I haven't. So usually we just get the Lay's one. This one is from Compliments. We actually just got this at the duty-free shop as an extra, but I will be on the lookout for Hare's next time in Canada for sure. Yeah, I don't know why in Seattle or in North America in general, we don't have ketchup chips. I think ketchup chips are so good, but we always get some whenever we go to Vancouver or Richmond. Water is good for the soul. Definitely my drink of choice. Where am I from? Originally Vietnam. I was born just south of Saigon. Came over to the States in like '93. I've been in Seattle for most of my life and then moved around a little bit for work in my early 20s and ended up getting homesick. So I've been back in Seattle now for, I'll say like 8 years. I've been back in Seattle for 8 years. Yeah, Seattle is home for me. All right, I'm gonna wrap up lunch. We're gonna have a shorter session today. I'm planning on a Thursday live session as well, and hopefully doing every Tuesday and every Thursday for a little bit while I cook or whether I eat. I'm gonna try to figure out some interesting to do on these lives, but appreciate y'all hopping on. Thanks for hanging out, and hope you guys watch my recipe videos. If you guys aren't subscribed to me yet, make sure you do there. And I'm on Feed the Pudge on all socials. But thank you guys for hanging out. Hope you guys have a great rest of your day.